Hello, friends. It is Kink Radio, and welcome back to K Plays. We are actually continuing on with our playthrough of Dream Daddy. And last time we had a very deep and emotional conversation with our daughter Amanda. We made her a pie and a cake, and we ate all of the cake. And that actually made me very hungry, so I took a break in between recording to eat something. So, but we are back at it, and we actually, on Dad Book, we got a message from Craig. So let's go ahead and do that first. Hello, Amanda's dad. It's me, your friend Craig, who loves sports. I have nice and smart children who are good at computers. Oh man, great to hear from you, buddy. What's up? I'm still strong. I am strong. Don't I know it? Say, I've been reading up about whey protein. You use that at all? I figured it'd help me develop a bit more muscle. Yes, I know what that is. It's definitely with kids. My children are having a tea party and they wanted to invite Amanda, but we can't find her on here. You're also invited. Physical invitation to follow. Cool, I'd love to come. I'll let Amanda know. Thank you, Amanda's dad. Attend that party! We're going to that party. Cha, I fully believe that was that was his kids. Coffee time. You know dads love coffee. Gotta brew myself some black as midnight on a moonless night. I put on a fresh pot and work on a few word jumbles while I wait for it to brew. Hey, this one spells sorrow.
Dad, ready for today?
I'm ready for every day, sweetie. Gonna tackle it head on.
No, are you ready for the thing that we're going to do today? The thing that you promised you'd do?
Honey, I already told you that I'm not going to throw away my Tom Clancy novels.
They're just stacked in the living room. I keep bumping into them and knocking them over and you don't even read them. Wait, no, that's not what I'm here about. The tea party, Dad.
Nope, I do not remember that.
Craig's kids. The hand-drawn invitation.
Amanda walks over to the refrigerator and comes back with a hand-drawn invitation on a sheet of computer paper, inviting Amanda and Amanda's dad to a tea party. They spelled cordially wrong.
Just put on some going outside pants and let's get going.
I can go outside in sweatpants. Nothing's stopping me.
Dad, just... I'll see you in a minute.
Fuck authority. I'm gonna put on some outside pants. Because that's just me, because I can't go outside in sweatpants.
Oh, and thank you for coming to our tea party.
I do my best bow and present my daughter, who thanks him with a curtsy. This way, please. Briar and Hazel lead us to a small table with tiny... Oh, God, Matt, also. Some are occupied by stuffed animals, and Matt and his daughter, Carmencita, are here, too. Matt raises a comically small plastic teacup at me. Hey, dude. How's the tea? The imaginary tea is absolutely wonderful. I taste a hint of lemongrass. Hello, Carmencita.
Hello, Mr. Amanda's dad. Please have a seat.
I sit down between Amanda and Matt. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this chair.
Hi, everyone.
I turn to see Daisy and Brian enter the backyard and take a seat next to us. Sorry we're late. Daisy made me put on my going outside pants. See, Amanda? See, Amanda? Amanda gives me a knowing look and I return an obliging wink. She rolls her eyes. Is that really something your daughter had to pressure you into, Brian? I give Amanda another even more exaggerated wink. She rolls her eyes even harder.
Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to have for some high tea. Now, if you all put on your designated tiaras... There are little tiaras sitting on everyone's plates. Well, except for Brian's. His is a softball helmet. Oh, we ran out of tiaras.
I don't think this is going to fit me, but I appreciate the thought.
Dad, you're royalty. Please act like it.
Brian tries to balance the ill-fitting softball helmet atop of his head, but it immediately tumbles off into the bushes. I'll get that later. Hey, everybody. Craig comes out with a teapot and a tray of sandwich cookies.
Dad, is the tea ready?
Yeah, it's been, steeping for a while now.
Awesome.
Would you girls like to serve your guests tea?
No, thank you. We'd much appreciate our servants' help.
Craig leans over to me. That's me. Craig places teacups in front of all of us and a single sandwich cookie onto each of our plates. He pours some tea into my cup. Awfully fluorescent for tea. I clink my teacup with Matt's and take a sip. Good lemonade.
It's tea.
Right. Very good tea. I lean over to Amanda, who's happily enjoying her tea. So, what do we do at tea parties?
We enjoy the splendors of upper-class society, Father. She takes a dainty bite of her sandwich cookie. Marvelous. So, the meeting of the princesses. So, the meeting of the princesses have been called to order. Here, here. But I'm a warrior princess. I hunt and stuff, and I have, a really cool sword. Can I be a space princess? I'll allow it. And I'll be a rock star princess. I'm also a space princess. Can there be more than one? Space is pretty big, don't you think? I changed my mind. I want to be a space princess, too. Dad, what are you?
Do I get to be a princess?
Duh.
Well, I guess that makes me rude boy. Rude boy princess. If I drop my crown on the floor, I'll make sure to pick it up and pick it up and pick it up. Nice. I think it'll be landscaper and general contracting princess. Barista princess reporting for duty. Hey everyone, CrossFit princess. CrossFit princess. It just makes me think of CrossFit Jesus content from fucking WWE. Anyway, that makes sense to nobody but me. CrossFit princess here.
Not now, servant.
If I weren't for the princess uprising, it would be you serving me. We sip tea for a little longer, and then the girls run off to fight dinosaurs as space rock star warrior princesses, I think. They grow up so fast, it was like yesterday that I was helping Amanda throw her own tea parties. Did she make you a servant too? You betcha. Carmencita actually made me a brew tea for hers. Pitfall's owning a coffee shop. Pitfall? Your cousin blends are amazing. That hibiscus one you gave me a while back was choice. Oh, thanks. It's really nice that the girls are getting along. Yeah, I'm really glad we moved into this community. We are too. Amanda's been kind of a role model to him, you know? I hadn't even realized. And I don't even know if Amanda does either, but I guess they're all right. All of the girls in the neighborhood look up to her. She seems to go out of her way to play with them. I'm so proud of her. You better not proud dad cry at this tea party, Kate! I brought extra word chumbles if anyone wants to kill some time while the girls play. Definitely not gonna cry. The day rolls on and the girls get all tuckered out. Amanda spends the whole day playing with them and taking their pictures, promising that she'll send them the best ones later. We all clean up and help put away the tea sets and tables and then head out as Daisy and Carmencita fall asleep on their dad's shoulders. Oh, that's cute. Take care, guys. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Bye, rude boy princess.
I'm a rude boy. You want dinner?
Nah, I filled up on cookies.
Me too. I'm tired.
Dude, same. Playing with a bunch of little kids who all simultaneously want your attention and approval is surprisingly exhausting. But in a good way? But also in a kind of scary way.
How so?
I feel like I got to be in my best behavior for all of them. I don't want to let them down.
This is because you still feel bad about dropping the F-bomb in front of your cousin that one time?
I corrupted her dad. She's secondhand smokes now.
Well, those kids really do look up to you. I'm glad they have you as a role model.
Shucks, Pops.
I ruffle Amanda's hair. The only acceptable time and place for decaf coffee is never in the trash. Is never and in the trash. What's the dad book say? Be good, me. Okay. All right. So now we are going to go on our last and final date with Robert. What turns you on? What do your turn ons? Don't talk to me. You know what they say about third dates. Things get pretty serious. You might not have to browse dad book for a while. Are you ready? Save and continue. We're going to go on our last date with Robert. Woo! Run through the finish line. Dad tip number 41. All right. I haven't spoken to Robert since that night we drove out to his thinking spot. He seemed unusually somber then. Like, more so than the usual amount of somber that Robert is, which is already a lot. I've been thinking about him and hoping he's doing okay, but I've been a little reluctant to reach out to him. Kay. Hey, Kay. Guess who's getting their drink on tonight? I take a look at my dad book messages. There's a flurry of them from Robert. Guess it's you. Also me, but mostly you. I type back to Robert. Robert, buddy, tonight we ride. Yes. Maybe at Jim and Kim's at 8 p.m. Not that I'm unappreciative, but I think this is the first time that Robert gave me more than an hour's warning before heading out. Amanda pops her head into the hallway. Music I don't recognize blaring from her room.
What's up?
I'm hanging out with Robert later tonight.
Okay, cool.
Robert, who is my friend. I have friends.
I'm happy for you, Dad.
People enjoy my company, Amanda.
Dad, I'm so happy for your continued development as a human being.
What are you listening to?
Sad shit.
I don't give a fuck anymore. Amanda. Lang. You know what? You're an adult now. I give it an earnest effort for all 18 years of your life. Go forth and swear.
Fuck yeah!
I really hope I don't regret this later. Amanda goes back into her room and turns up the volume to her sad shit. I put on my going out coat and walk over to Jim and Kim's. I spot Robert leaning against the brick wall smoking a cigarette. As I get closer, I realize that he looks a little different. Cleaner, I guess. Cleaner, I guess. Actually seems like he combed his hair and his clothes are less wrinkled than usual. Hey. Hey. You take a shower just for me? I'm working on my relationship with existence. We both stand there for a second and don't say anything. Robert finishes his cigarette and abruptly goes inside. I follow him. By the time I get inside, Robert's already at the bar ordering 2 whiskeys. I spot a booth in the back and claim it for us. Robert slides in and hands me a glass. To you. To you. Here's to your continued existence. We clink whiskeys and I watch him sip his, rather than his traditional approach of slamming the whiskey back as quickly as possible. So what's the plan for tonight?
Hit some other bars, maybe grab some pizza. I think that'll kill some time before we go burn down that old abandoned house in the woods.
It's definitely not as fun as if it's abandoned. Mary pops over to the back of the booth, a glass of wine in her hand. She punches Robert in the shoulder. Where was my phone call?
Sorry, figured you were busy sinking your teeth in some poor sap.
I am. He's right here. I look around the booth and see a guy sitting across from her. He waves meekly. You replacing me with the new kid?
Mary, I could never replace you, whether I wanted to or not.
Mary leaves her booth and slides in next to Robert. The guy she was sitting with looks mildly relieved. She eyes Robert's clean pressed clothes up and down suspiciously. What, you got a court date coming up? He looks... He'd never convince the jury. He would have had to shave first. Seriously, though, what's up with you? Robert stares down at his drink, suddenly looking serious.
It's, peppy. Doctor says it's cirrhosis of the liver. I told that old bag of bones to quit when it was the sauce. He'd quit it with the sauce, but that's all he's ever known, especially since Ma's gone. That's why I invited you out tonight. Just didn't want to be alone.
Oh, come on. Kay, don't be an asshole. You know the one thing Robert doesn't joke about is his pappy.
Oh, whoops. They're giving him 2 months. I gotta help him straighten out his affairs.
Robert, I'm so sorry. Robert takes a long look at his whiskey, eyeing it in the dim glow of the bar's lights.
I look at his life, and then I look at mine, and I know history is just doomed to repeat itself.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. He's retired with his new girlfriend, Acapulco. They watch the sunset every night, probably screw like donkeys.
Wait. Not the rabbits the ones who screw a lot?
Oh, sorry. Didn't realize you were an expert on which animals screw a lot.
Please stop saying the word screw. Robert finishes his drink and slides it away from him, and he gets up out of the booth.
Me and Kay are gonna hit the bricks. You coming with?
Mary casts one glance at the sad sap she's been hunting and downs the rest of her wine in one gulp. This place is dead anyways. We exit the bar and find a typically empty street filled with a small crowd of people. At the front is a guy with really deliberate attitude and bad posture. He carries a lantern and he shines it on the face of dramatic effect. What's going on? Looks like it's one of those walking ghost tours. They do that in this part of town all the time.
I've always wanted to do one of those.
You know all of the stories are fake, right?
Pretty much all of my stories are fake. This is research.
Robert makes a beeline towards the back of the group. He turns around when he notices that I'm not following him.
Come on.
We can't just crash it, can we?
Don't be such a square, Kay. Just act like you belong.
Robert slides up into the tour group. I reluctantly fall into step behind him. Well, here goes nothing. Hey! I forgot this is Brian. Hey, it was in this place in 1694 that the most infamous witch trials were held. To date, we do not know if the people burned at the stake were actually witches, but it's widely reported that the ghosts still haunt this hapless dive bar to this very day.
It was actually 1692.
What?
And the site was over by the coffee shop down the road.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Daniel McSturgis, ghost historian. And this is my colleague, Dr.
80s reference. Because it's Danny.
Dr. Loomis, paranormal investigator extraordinaire. We're touring America's most haunted locations and research for our new book. You may have seen our guest cameo on Paranormal House Hunters Extreme Edition.
A couple people in the group start nodding. Man, Robert's good at this. Are you guys part of the group? I don't remember seeing you at the first stop.
We like to keep a low profile. Easier to catch ghosts that way.
They've definitely been here, but standing next to them the whole time.
Thank you, random lady who I do not know.
As I was saying, the epicenter of paranormal activity can be found at the Coffee Spoon over there. The man who runs it has been plagued by hauntings since he signed the lease. Damn near driven him mad. But whatever you want to say is cool, I guess. It's your tour.
Man, didn't know that about Matt. Wait, Robert's making this up. The rest of the tour group listens intently to Robert's every word. I think the tour guide can tell that he's losing the group. He seems to be getting flustered. Thank you for your contribution and knowledge, Mr. McSturgis. Let's move on to the next haunted location. Robert, Mary, and I follow the group down the street. That tour guide's shirt is cool. Yeah, everyone in the group gets one to make it to the final location. I turn to Robert and grab him by the shoulders. I need that t-shirt.
Well, guess we're in this for the long haul then. Just follow my lead, don't arouse too much suspicion, and we'll have cool ghost shirts in no time.
Our group arrives in an old decrepit colonial-style house. A quick pause in the tour. My name is Quinn, but most people on the ghost tour call me Tour Master Quinn. I'm a DJ, trivia master, and part-time actor. I do private ghost hunting events, birthday parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudevillian mime work. Tourmaster Quinn gives us a headshots to all of us, his resume on the back. Stage combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for y'all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was widely popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic, this very home, where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, and The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of the century, but several people have reported that some nights you can see a light from the attic, and the ghost of Mrs. Pembridge continues working on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say that she was consumed by her work. I am sad. Like, it's just Brian saying that he's sad. No reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad jokes.
Actually, consumption is the popular cover-up. Little known fact is that she was a murder-suicide.
I'm pretty sure she died of consumption.
Sure. And we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart.
Can we,
I think everyone would much rather hear this world-renowned ghost historian has to say, right, everybody?
The group murmurs in agreement.
This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Loomis, would you care to tell the story?
Go with something I know. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters was disbanded by government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo the Carpathian was taken in interest of her son, her and her ghost-busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost once again and save New York City. Hey, isn't that the plot to... Nope, it's not. The tour guide gets this as an opportunity to take back the group and addresses us with a razzle-dazzle. Ha-ha, what an interesting story! Now, I just want everyone to know the next location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. No one excuses themselves.
All right, I'm bored.
Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder.
Hey, kid, fancy buying a gal a drink?
The guy looks up at her and smiles.
Only if the bar's haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted places in town.
I think I could exercise your demons if that's what you're looking for.
Don't write checks you dig can't cash, kid.
His eyes go wide. Mary salutes to me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear.
When you've known Rob for as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for me tonight, okay?
Sure, Mary.
Good man.
Mary pats me on the back and pulls me away. She takes a guy's hand and leads him down the street.
Take it sleazy, fellas.
God help that poor soul.
Mary or the kid?
Both.
Last up, the burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of the Wharfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight.
What about the Dover ghost?
By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it?
Oh, nothing. How'd you think it would be a crime to come all this way out to the cemetery, the actual origin of one of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even mention the infamous Dover ghost?
That's not a real thing. That is absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on their paranormal history. I know tons about paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area.
I can guarantee there's one you don't know.
Robert looks over at me and smiles.
Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Loomis and I met?
No! The entire group shushes the tour guide.
Okay, fine, tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night.
I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a traveling grifter, because that's what he was. Moving from town to town, always looking for the next mark. It wasn't an easy life, but I had fun. Taking from the rich, giving to the poor. Actually, also taking from the poor. I had a shaky moral foundation. I happened upon a quiet town in Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know that this city has a dark side.
No, but at the same time, I was just starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that.
Wait.
Yes?
Who was the famous ghost hunter?
Well, I don't like to name drop, but Georgia Mathers.
The tour group gasps. Georgia Mathers? She's a legend. You know her?
Knew her. Amazing woman. Died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. Now, we'd been warned by the old crypt keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman.
Wailing ghost of the wharf man.
Whatever. Your stupid vampire was just a teenager in a mask, but the Dover ghost... Man. Tell him, Loomis.
So, there I was, just walking back to my hotel after a long day of selling Bibles,
working a couple short cons. Classic pigeon drop scam, putting out feelers for a rip deal. I was going to steal a baby, probably. Would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now, I was a very superstitious man, but something seemed... I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion coming from deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate.
Thank God you did. George and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after about an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something was very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something being dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening, some kind of demented howl. And then I felt it. Someone, something, grabbing my ankle.
Robert has the whole crowd hooked, line, and sinker. You could hear a pin drop.
I've only cried twice in my life. Once was the birth of my daughter. The other was when that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but I knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die.
The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I heard this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man being pulled across the floor by... God, to this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like, tried to put one together. The arms were too long, its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What did I do? What any good person would do. I lunged for... Shoot, what was his fake name again? Daniel McSturgis?
Daniel.
I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces.
I thought I was going to be torn in half.
But I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day I can remember what passage it opened up to. Ecclesiastes 12:7. Austin 3:16, goddammit. Fuck. Fucking WWE.
Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return it to God who gave it.
I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed onto the ground exhausted. We were both covered in blood.
That damn creature clawed into my chest. Got me real good. Had to get 16 stitches.
Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal long, wicked scars across his pecs.
And that's how I got this scar. I followed Georgia Mathers to the end of the earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room, but I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that. And neither was I.
Watching what happened to Daniel and George shook my faith, but I came out of that experience a better man and a better friend.
And we've been brothers ever since.
The tour group gives a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. As he embraces me, I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow. Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long into the hug. The tour guide seems to have bought it. He's even wiping a tear from his eyes.
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be able to share our story.
Be sure to watch out for our book, Paranormal Excursions of the Supernatural Ice Goat Roast Truckers. Robert has to suppress a laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. The tour guide hands us a coveted t-shirt. He then slips us both a business card and leans in close. If you guys ever need a professional actor, balloon animal artist, Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me.
You got it, buddy.
After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible.
I really can't believe they bought all of that. I didn't know you had it in you, Kay. No, excuse me, Dr. Loomis.
That bit about the pocket Bible was aces. Although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. And the Cooper conspiracy theory a bit wasn't.
All a part of the character.
Well, we got the shirts out of it. We arrived in front of Robert's house.
Want to have a drink?
Are you trying to poison me? Is that even a question? Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think that I would turn down an opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Dr. Robert Bobbert Small?
If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins. Both of them.
Then you can expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Robert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My shins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside. I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little bit off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking about the ghost tour. I don't know. He's hard to read. While I'm thinking, I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh god, it's his pit bull. I'm gonna be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes and tight and brace for impact.
Betsy, hey, be nice.
I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my shoes. I open my eyes. Betsy? Robert Dog jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's legs. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen.
Betsy, you're not a pitbull? And you weren't taken by the Dover Ghost?
Betsy's made of tougher stuff than that, ain't you, girl?
Betsy rolls over in some well-deserved belly rubs.
I'll just keep a picture of a large pitbull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies.
We make our way to Robert's living room for a quiet man with arguably the oldest pickup truck to be legally driven. This place is amazing. There are sleek, modern appliances through the room and a big flat-screen TV mounted on the wall. He has shelves on shelves of DVDs. Guess he wasn't lying about really being into cinema. He pours us both glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in the corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how'd you really get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You've trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink.
My daughter and I were riding bikes. I hit a rock, flew over the handlebars, and then we went to the hospital. And that's it. Not a very interesting story.
I've never heard you talk about your daughter.
Well, I have one. That's her.
He points to a picture on the wall with a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yeah, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she?
25, 26. Not too sure.
Does she live around here?
No. Val lives back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine thing. Makes buckets, though.
He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't press him about it.
You like Santana?
Yes.
Great.
Robert puts on Santana, then takes a seat at the couch next to me. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright? Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning on my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relax into his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth.
I am now.
I can't say anything, at best managing a sigh. Robert leans in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip between his teeth and bites slightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest and he lies both of us down on the couch. His kisses trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just... Wait. It's not that. Robert bites down and I have to stifle a moan.
Stop.
Robert stiffens up and he pulls away.
No biting?
No, I'm more than okay with that. Something's up. Robert runs a hand through his hair and looks away.
I'm fine. I just been kind of stressed out, tired. Not a big deal.
Poor shit. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground.
You don't know me that well, Kay. I'm not a good person.
He takes a deep breath.
I spent my whole life only taking and taking and taking. And now here I am, an old broken man sitting atop a pile of everything I've ever taken. Alone.
But I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings.
It's...
He sighs heavily.
It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up.
Are you... I'm sorry, but is this a bit?
No.
When was the last time you saw her?
3, 4, I think.
Months?
Years.
I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what happened between you two?
I don't want to talk about it.
Robert and I sit in silence, neither of us wanting to look at each other, both of us unsure what to do next.
Fine. Things were already bad between us. I cared about her, I always did. Things just got in the way. Before I knew she was leaving for college, wanting nothing to do with me. Meryl and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking. But temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, but I just couldn't. And then the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I never became the better man that she wanted me to be. The one she always saw in me. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know that when I lost my wife, I was going to lose my daughter too. Robert, I spent so much time chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy, and I ruined my only real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead, and my daughter hates me. And then I convinced myself that this,
he gestures vaguely in my direction,
was going to make me happy. Why do I even try anymore? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to... No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband, and I'm an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go.
Robert puts his head in his hands. Tell him what he needs to hear.
Nothing is gonna change until you do. Robert pauses. He looks at me. There are a lot of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over. And it hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what you have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up and try to be a better person than you were the day before. Things aren't going to fix themselves tomorrow or the next day. And patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't. And you can't love anything else until you stop hating yourself. And you're right. I don't know you that well. But you have the same capacity for good that we all have. And I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance. Don't waste it.
But...
Robert, listen to me. It's gonna be okay.
But...
I lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him as tightly as I can. He buries his head in my shoulder, hugging me back. It's gonna be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders and sobs, and I realize that he's crying.
Thank you.
We stay there for a while, holding each other. We both eventually drift off to sleep. Drinking a full glass of water in the morning to help wake up. Date complete. Sad boy. Sad. Sad.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Itchy. Always use a coat of wax after a wash. Hooray. Ooh, I think I have everything finally set up. Sorry, I hit my mic. Whew, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Kay? Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face.
Hey, Dad.
Off to a good start.
Something fishy?
Rats! What? No! Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send him in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power of the funding of the U.S. government.
Well, if they think they're going to take me alive, they got another thing coming.
I'm kidding, you're right. I have a little surprise for you.
Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying.
Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen?
Father, I would fill my heart with glee.
I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where our present lies covered in a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but...
Aw, Dad,
I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops.
No way!
I figure you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you.
A DVD box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Trackers. It's all 18 seasons.
And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghost features on the show.
Dad, I love this. Thank you.
She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something?
Totally.
I follow Amanda to the back door.
What?
You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise!
Dad, everyone's here.
Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you.
Is that a mac and cheese bar?
Sure is, fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind, with crunchies in the middle.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda.
Listen, kid, you're gonna need some real life skills out there if you're gonna make it out on the streets. I'm going to college.
Same thing. Look, I know you're not old enough to drink.
Right.
And I know you're smart enough not to drink until your legal age.
Uh-huh.
But hypothetically, if you were to drink, it'd behoove you to drink a glass of water between rounds.
Got it. Hypothetically.
And if you wake up with a headache, all you gotta do is...
Take a jar of pickles and drink the pickle juice.
You're gonna be fine. What's going on here? Girl talk. Mary turns to Amanda. Now let me tell you about the deal with bad roommate. First thing to note, you're good at straight A's if they die during the semester. Mary? Relax, it's a myth. Supposedly. Against my better judgment, I leave them be.
I don't think I recognize that girl by the snack table. I should go say hello. Hi, I don't think we've met. Oh, we've met years ago. And I'm here for my revenge. You're Robert's kid, aren't you? Spot on. I guess that makes you Kay, huh? Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm glad Robert brought you along. He promised there would be free food, so that's kind of hard to pass up. And, look, I don't know you, but I can get real with you for a sec. My old man's a real closed book, you know. Me and him, we got a long way to go. You don't erase decades of neglect in a week, but you sure can get tired of staying angry about it. That kind of bitterness, it poisons you. It poisons you, I think. I'm too young for that. Anyway, lately he's been better. A lot better. And between him shaving for once and how much he talks about you, I get the feeling you have something to do with it. So, thanks. Robert means a lot to me. I'm glad he's getting better. Just keep an eye on him while I'm not around, okay? Or else.
What?
I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trots up to the conversation. Hey, I like your necklace. And your hair. And just, geez, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins too. Oh, this is my daughter Amanda. Amanda, this is Robert's daughter Val. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm gonna go to school for it. You take pictures? Mm-hmm. Then you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Val hands Amanda a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding wine glasses. Catch you later. Val walks away. She's so cool. She gave me her business card to touch my hand. Congrats. You just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projections, stock market, synergy. While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Get you around, Pops. Kay! Brian, you made it. I don't pass up good on good Mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro, this is a real rager. Taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed by a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild. Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. No one will ever believe you. Oh, boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang soon, yeah? Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Oh, God, I forgot what voice I gave Joseph. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep. Couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. Maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could, hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese. The perfect cheddar to mash ratio. Beautiful work, Kay. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda got her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things at art school. Yeah, thanks! Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm going to break anything I want. There's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about the time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope. And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place. So, she'll fit into college just fine. Hey, man. Matt, let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of grateful banana bread ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. Thanks for coming by. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on her back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy, but It could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life when you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college, being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you.
Don't cry. I swear to God, Kay, if you cry again.
You're the best, Dad. I love you.
And I'm crying.
Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time.
Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us.
Kinda shocking, all of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave.
Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid.
Always do.
Amanda and I share a hug.
This is only beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road.
Memories to make and stuff to break, right?
Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it.
It would be my honor. Amanda hops up.
Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you.
I glance over to the back of the yard where Robert's sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me.
I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love you, Pops.
Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Robert as the last guest makes their way out of the party.
Hey.
Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table.
Good stuff.
Yep. So, I had a chance to talk to Val.
She physically threatened you?
Yeah.
That's my girl.
She said you've been doing better.
Trying to work on the vices. I also showered today.
We sit in silence for a moment.
You know, every day for me is a battle against my own self-destructive habits, but lately it's gotten a little easier. Thanks for talking sense to me. It's hard to get things through my thick skull sometimes, but what you said that night actually helped.
I'm glad.
I like you, Kay. I like you a lot. I haven't felt this way about someone in a long time.
I lean in and kiss him for a moment before he pulls away. He takes my hand in his.
You're special to me. But I have some stuff that I need to work on, emotionally, before I can get into anything romantic with you. You deserve better than who I am right now. I need to be on my own for a bit. Figure some things out.
Of course. I think what you need right now is a friend, and I'm very happy to be that for you.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
And if you're ever ready for more than that, you know where to find me.
Let's hunt ghosts sometime?
I would love that. I put my head on his shoulder and we watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon together. Pay your bills early. Blech, feelings. Feelings, the game of feelings. Yay, it's all done. Hooray, we did it. At least at least, I said because I saw Tyler's name. At least Robert's route, we did it. Whew. Awesome. So, voice credits. All of them. I love all of them. Hooray. Fucking Brian. Susie, it's Susie. Hooray, thank you Leighton and Vernon. This game is great. Hi, Bubby. And then now the puppy comes. So, I'm going to speed through this. Thank you for everybody. Pinups. Additional art. Build-A-Dad. Mini games. Thank you for all the mini games. Thank you, everybody. It was wonderful. A game from Game Grumps. Love the Game Grumps. Hi, puppy. Hello, puppy. Hello. Oh, cute.
You're the best, Pops.
Love Amanda. Adorable. Woo! And Robert! Yay! That's a cute drawing. I love that one. So good. Alright, so that actually ends our playthrough of Dream Daddy. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'm really glad that all of you have enjoyed this kind of experiment that I've been doing with Let's Plays. So I believe the next game that I'm going to be playing is Dragon Age Origins, which will be fun. So thanks again everybody so much for watching once again, and I'm excited to see you in the next series. So have a good one, guys. Bye bye.